can't even, because I'm pissed. She's gone on a date with this man. I need to know the thought process, because what's going to end up happening, like I said before, you know what? Before I do that, let me give a little intro. Hey, you guys, all that good stuff. It's good to see you again. There's no point of even having these two on the table because clearly she has lost all sense of self-respect, all that stuff. Okay, she. I can't even have you on here because at this point, this Rose, not that Rose, this Rose is smarter than Marlo. So you've got to go. Okay, and there better not be no spicy scenes, okay? So unfortunately, she's on her own here, okay? As a matter of fact, I'm even calling off the protective squad because at this point, you know, if she ain't trying to protect herself and she's willingly going back to this man, there's no need in me trying to get people to protect her. Putting herself in these situations. She doesn't want to file a restraining order, she's lying. She doesn't want to call the police. She doesn't want to yell at him or anything like that. So, and then too, I'm not going to be like, oh, calm down, Noah, it's somebody from work. No. Noah, look, I'm going to do what I want to do. She needs to have that Tam energy, okay? The same energy Tam got, she needs to have. She needs to be like, look, I'm about to go out here and do my thing, okay? So, period. Ooh, okay, let's just dive straight into it now. Marlo, I had no intention of getting back with Noah. That was a hard pass. I wasn't putting myself in that position again. Still, I needed him to believe we were on good terms. I could only hope this wouldn't come back to bite me. Keep your enemies close, I thought. I'm hitting you with the Carrie Hilson, Olivia Pope. On the bright side, I loved my job. It filled a space I hadn't realized was missing in my life. What's your first real job? And now, with my own place, things felt like they were finally falling into place. I lived in a secure building with a doorman and 3 security guards who knew not to let anyone into my apartment or give them access to my floor. I was single. No one should be looking for me anyway. Today was a rare day off. My plan was simple, relax, and soak in the quiet of my new home. Late in the afternoon, I was settled on the couch, popcorn in hand, a glass of wine by my side, when my phone rang. I glanced at the number and almost ignored it, half expecting it was Noah calling from some random line because I'd been sending him straight to voicemail. Hello? I'd answered, still munching on popcorn. What's up, Nurse Dreams? Sorry to call like this, but Gigi's been admitted to the hospital again. She had a seizure. I wouldn't have called, but which hospital? I interrupted already. I called because you were her doctor recently, so I figured you know her history a little. It's fine. Give me 20 minutes, I replied. Hanging up, I threw on a pair of leggings, a tee, and my slides, grabbing my keys and phone before heading out. Okay, what? Good thing I'd taken my braids out last night. My curls were back, which I actually missed. They were messy, but gave me a kind of comfort as I rushed out the door. When I arrived at the hospital, I approached the desk with my ID ready. Hi, I'm Marlo Dreams, a nurse at Methodist DeSoto. Then why are you here? Could I speak with the doctor overseeing Giovanna? No, well, hey. The receptionist made a quick call and then glanced back at me. May I see some identification? I showed her my work ID and she typed a few things into the computer. Sure, Dr. Reed will be right with you. I stepped aside and within minutes, a middle-aged black man, come on black doctor, wanted to discuss Giovanna Brown. Yes, she was recently admitted to my hospital, so I'm familiar with her case history. The father called me because he thought I might be able to provide some insights, I explained. He looked a bit hesitant. Do you have further identification? I handed him both my badge and driver's license, which he examined before handing back. Are you familiar with methylparaben? I asked cautiously. He raised his eyebrows, a bit surprised. I am, but that's old school. The last time I encountered that was in ICAC. Exactly. I think someone may be giving it to her intentionally, and I think it could be triggering these seizures. Her father mentioned she's been in and out of hospitals most of her life, but they've never given him a proper diagnosis. Mr. Reed's expression shifted. If that's the case, these are serious accusations. If there's any indication of foul play, I'd have to report this child to protective services. I understand completely, I replied, maintaining my calm. I don't expect Mr. Brown at all. My concern is with her mother. She's the one who brought Giovanna in, right? Yes, she did, he confirmed. Her levels should be elevated now since she's already admitted. Let her stay for 24 hours, then insist on speaking with the father alone. After that, monitor her levels and see if they spike again. I advised. Dr. Reed gave me a skeptical look. All right, he said after a pause. For some reason, I believe you. I'll let you know in 24 hours and fax the results to your hospital. For that child's sake, I hope you're right. He walked off, and I felt a pang of doubt. I knew I might be jumping to conclusions, but my gut told me that the mother was behind this. I knocked on the door and walked into Giovanna's room. Mr. Brown looked up at me, his eyes glossy as he lowered his hood. Hi, Nurse Dreams. Thank you for coming, he said, his voice low and a bit worn. No problem. How's she doing? I asked, glancing over at Gigi. She's been asleep for a while. Did you talk to the doctor? I did, just before I came in, I replied, keeping my voice calm. We think we might know what's going on, but we're going to monitor her for the next 24 hours before saying anything. Thank you so much for coming. Were you off today? I was, but I was just relaxing at home. I don't mind staying here until she wakes up if that's okay. He sighed, relief evident in his expression. I know how precious days off are. If I didn't know who else to call, you already know the situation. I get it. I wasn't doing much anyway, just eating popcorn and drinking wine. I wouldn't mention that. I'd rather be here supporting you. Thank you, he said, studying me for a moment. I like your hair. This is all you, right? He reached up and gently touched my curls. Of course. It suits you better than the braids. Thanks, I mustered. Just then, a sharp voice interrupted. Why is she here? Don't tell me she works at this hospital too. Don't tell me she works at this hospital too. The mother approached us, her eyes narrowed. Damn, what the hell is wrong with you? He shot back. She's here trying to help figure out what's wrong with Gigi. What? She working at all the hospitals, ain't she? She a travel nurse, that's all. You're worried about the wrong thing. He glanced back at me reassuringly. Don't worry about her. I asked her to be here. Really, Gabe? Tam said, her voice rising. Really, Gabe? Yeah, stop yelling before you wake my baby, he warned, and she backed off, still glaring. I couldn't help but feel a bit smug. Her hostility was unnecessary. After a couple of hours, though, I grew restless. Nothing had changed, and I didn't want to cause more friction. I got up to leave. Once she's discharged, could you call me and let me know how she's doing? I asked Gabriel. Of course. Let me walk you out. I really appreciate you being here. It means a lot. I've never met someone who cares for Gigi as much as I do. He gave me a warm smile, and for the first time, I noticed just how fine this man was. Tall, at least 6'3", with a muscular build, neatly tied locks, and a bun on the top of his head, and a perfect set of teeth. Honestly, that's who she needs to be with, if we're being completely honest. Cause Noah ain't shit, so. I mean, I still would rather her be by herself so she can actually heal instead of just rebounding into the next relationship. But there's no need to thank me, I replied. Just keep me updated on her. With a nod, he went back to the room, and I went to find Dr. Reed. Before you call Child Protective Services, contact me. Girl, I don't even know you. I don't want them taking her away from both parents if we can't place responsibility solely on the mother. That doesn't sound like she's involved emotionally at all. All right, I'll fax the results and we'll go from there. Thank you, I said before heading home to salvage what was left of my night. By 9 p.m., I just started to drift off when my phone rang. Hello? I answered gruffly. Oh gosh, dude, can I get some sleep on my day off? It's my day off. I came here. I went home. You calling me again? Do you know how mad I would be if I was one of the nurses or doctor at the hospital and you keep calling this other nurse? And you're a new nurse. That's what's wild. You are still in your residency. It's fine. Has anything changed? I asked, sitting up. Yeah, she had another seizure a little after you left. She seems stable now, but I didn't know who else to call. The nurses and doctor that's there? I don't want to involve my parents yet. I don't want to worry them. Honestly, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I wanted to share my suspicions with him, but I needed proof first. He needed reassurance more than theories. It's going to be fine, Mr. Brown. Here we go. Call me Gabriel, he said softly. And I'm sorry if I disturbed your night. Tell Noah not to worry. It's just about my daughter. I laughed, surprising myself. What's funny? He asked, sounding curious. Noah doesn't get to worry about anything. We're not together. We used to be, but I stopped myself, realizing I was on the verge of oversharing. But what? He asked gently. Don't hold out on me, love. Not you calling her love now. Noah and I were together for 2 years, okay, so it was 2 years. But he couldn't handle me wanting to finish school and focus on my career before starting a family. It led to him cheating on me, even though he proposed twice. Damn, Gabriel replied, sympathy in his voice. If he had issues with you wanting a career, he should have just talked to you. Communication is everything in a relationship. I asked. I agreed, sighing. But if you tell him any of this, I'll deny every word. Don't insult me, he says, his voice soft but steady. You've been a rock for my daughter these last few weeks. I owe you my life. It's really good to hear that, I replied. In the short time I've known her, I've fallen in love with Gigi. And you're a good father. Don't let anyone convince you otherwise. I hope it gives him some reassurance, something solid to hold on to. Well, I'm pretty sure you telling him about Noah is all the reassurance he needs. Thank you. I needed to hear that. He pauses. Wait, hold on. You said he proposed twice? I laughed a little, nodding. Yeah. Damn. And you turned him down both times? That's gotta sting. Doing it twice. Sounds like he really loved you. Maybe. I don't doubt he did, or still does. I admit catching myself off guard, but it's always felt rushed, like he was trying to fast track our lives. Do you think it was that you weren't ready, or maybe he just wasn't the right guy to be waiting on? His voice was low. His words hit me harder than I expect. I glanced down, lost in thought. 2 years together. People get married in less time. But I know, deep down, I wouldn't have been happy rushing into it. Hello? He asked gently. I snapped back. Sorry, I was really thinking about what you said. Maybe you're right. I just wasn't ready. There were things I needed to achieve for myself first, and marriage, well, that just wasn't one of them. No problem, he says. For the rest of the night, we talk like old friends, trading stories, venting, laughing. The sun is starting to rise by the time we hang up. nurse is here to check on Gigi, he says, a tired smile in his voice. Thank you for listening, for everything. And your secrets are safe with me, and yours with me. Please keep me posted on Gigi, okay? I will, he promises. We end the call and I sink into sleep, feeling like I've shared pieces of myself I didn't even know were there. When I wake, I feel somewhat refreshed, I bet. Soon as I enter the building, a message from the nurse station awaits. I call Gabriel on my way to the hospital, but it goes straight to voicemail. Once I'm at the hospital, I find Dr. Reed. I got the facts, I tell him, my voice hushed. What's your take? He looks down, troubled. This isn't something we can ignore. I have to involve Child Protective Services. It's a delicate situation, but her levels have been stable. No issues at all. Excuse me. I understand. I'm going to speak with Mr. Brown so he's prepared. He deserves that much. All right, Nurse Dreams. You're one of the reasons I stayed in this field. Okay. So, now in real life, he would have had one of his nurses do it because this is still, she works at a different hospital, but okay. You're one of the reasons I stayed in this field. His words are kind, but I'm already moving towards Gigi's room. Inside, I find her awake, a big smile lighting up her face. Oh, Nurse Marlo, I miss you. I missed you too, sweetheart, I say, grinning. But shh, Daddy's sleeping. Want to go on a little walk with me? Yes, she whispers eagerly. As we wait in line for some Jell-O, she glances up at me, serious. Nurse Marlo, I don't like my mommy. I pause, taken aback. Why do you say that? I'm sure she loves you. What makes you feel this way? She looks around and leans closer. Can you keep a secret? Of course, but if it's something really bad, I might need to tell your daddy, okay? I promise to protect you though, always. Promise? She extends her pinky. Promise. We lock pinkies and she looks down as if the words are hard to say. My mommy gives me this icky medicine every time, and then I have to come here. I don't like it here. It's cold, and I miss my toys. I tried to tell my daddy, but he had to leave. My heart breaks, but I keep my voice calm. Are you sure, sweetie? Sometimes kids can imagine things, but something in her expression tells me she knows exactly what she's saying. She said I shouldn't have been born. So she needs me to go away. What does she mean? She could just give him sole custody and then she could be done. I don't understand. Nothing, baby. Let's get you back to your room. Rage simmers beneath my calm, but I manage a comforting smile as I help her into bed. I gently shake Gabriel awake. Gabriel, I need to talk to you. Now. He sits up groggily, blinking at me. What's wrong? Is Gigi okay? He asks, panicked. She's fine, I assure him, but let's step outside for a moment. Daddy's just going to talk with Nurse Marlo, okay? Be good for a minute, sweetheart. Okay, Daddy. Nurse Marlo, you still promise? I still promise, I say, locking pinkies with her one last time. I follow his lead, focusing on my breathing until I can speak. No disrespect, but I'm going to beat your baby mama ass when I see her. That is not professional. I start pacing, my fist clenched. Oh, she's poisoning your daughter, Gabriel. Gigi told me herself, and we have proof now. His face blanches. Tam? No. I mean, she's difficult, but she wouldn't. We both knew she would. Your daughter trusts you, Gabriel, but she's scared. We walk back into the room, and Gigi looks up at me, her eyes wide. Daddy, why did you make Nurse Marlo cry? I beat you up for her. She giggles, trying to sound tough, and it almost breaks me. Daddy didn't make me cry, sweetie. I reassure her. Can you tell Daddy what you told me in the hallway when we got Jello? She hesitates. Promise I won't get in trouble? Gabriel kneels beside her. I promise, baby. Y'all need some more witnesses in the room right now. Y'all need the Dr. Reed and all the other, y'all need Dr. Reed in there. Y'all need another witness. Daddy will always protect you. What did you tell Nurse Marlo? Gigi looks down, her small voice barely a whisper. I told her how Mommy gives me medicine and then I throw up. And Mommy told me I shouldn't have been born. She glances at me. Nurse Marlo wouldn't tell me what that means. Gabriel's face crumples, his pain raw and overwhelming. Thank you, Gigi, he whispers, managing a small smile before kissing her forehead. Daddy's just going to talk with Marlo again, all right? Can you be a big girl? Yes, Daddy. As soon as we're in the hall, he breaks down, the weight of his grief crashing down. I hold him as he trembles, whispering, as much as you want to go after her, you can't. The hospital had to call Child Protective Services. It's out of our hands now. He pulls back, his eyes filled with anguish. How did you know what I was thinking? Because it's obvious, sir. Come on now. Because I understand you, Gabriel, and I know how much you love Gigi. But you have to let them handle it. If you do anything drastic, Gigi could lose you. Please, think of her. He nods, still visibly shaken. Can you stay with us tonight? Are you off? I wasn't, but I'm here for as long as you need me. Girl, you just started this job as a resident. You can't be taken off. I met his gaze, trying to offer the reassurance he desperately needs. But I think you should call your parents. Are you close to them? He sighs, and I can see the exhaustion in his eyes. Yeah, we're close. I haven't told them what's going on yet, but I think I should. I need all the help I can get. That's what they're there for, I tell him, giving his hand a squeeze. You're not alone in this. Neither of you are. We both stand up to make phone calls. He calls his parents. I notice that Noah has called me, so I call him back. See, we were doing so good. I was like, you know what? I am fine with the green beans. I am fine with the, hash browns. I'm fine with the hash browns. I'm fine with the potatoes. I'm fine with the cranberry sauce. I'm fine with all these different things, the dressing. I'm fine with not getting to the turkey, but now you're bringing the turkey back in there, and I'm almost full. Whew. I just called you back so you wouldn't call me. Hi, I say. How's work? He asks. Not good. I just called you back so you wouldn't call me 9 more times before I get off. Damn. What? Marlo, I need you. Gabriel states urgently. I'm coming. I have to go, Noah. I'll call you tomorrow. Why? I hang up before he can respond. Gabriel reaches out his hand and takes it as he leads me back to the room. I would be so mad if I was the nurse, like the actual nurse that's assigned to this child, because I would like every time that something's going on, I can't be involved because this nurse that doesn't even work here is... Okay, he pulls back, his eyes filled with anguish. Oh, wait, I read that. Giovanna, are you gonna, wait. Why do you need me to come back? I need you, Why are you taking his hand? Giovanna, are you hungry? I asked. Yes, can I have some Jello? We didn't get it when we left. Sure. Green? Yes, please. I call the nurse's station and they bring it. I glance over at Gabriel as he has his head in his hands, looking defeated. Have you eaten today? Nah, I'm good. No, you're not. I'll be back. I head out to grab both Arby's. Girl, please. When I return, I see an older couple enter the room and my stomach knots. I don't know why I feel nervous, because those are his parents and you're like, oh, I'm meeting my future in-laws for the first time. Oh my gosh. I walk in without knocking, just as the nurse brings Gigi her jello. Nurse Marlo, I don't like this jello, she cries. Okay, how about you eat daddy's fries and I'll see if I can find you something better. I say, handing Gabriel my fries and his sandwich while giving Gigi his fries. Who is this? The older woman asks. This is Gigi's nurse Marlo. Meet my parents, Jake and Ruby. Hi, I say shyly, sitting on the edge of Gabriel's chair. Giovanni is eating the fries perfectly fine. You want my sandwich too? I asked her. She's been here for close to 48 hours, and if she keeps this down, it should tell us a lot. I hand her the bag. Then what are you gonna eat? Gabriel asks, and Ruby nearly snaps her head in my direction. I'm fine. Let's see if she eats this without throwing up. You're right, but let me go get you something from the cafeteria, he says. I'm fine. As long as she eats, I'm good. I insist, sitting back on the edge of his chair. His parents settle on the couch, and Gabriel wraps his arms around my waist. Okay, hold on. What is going on? Okay. When did you start wrapping your arms around her waist? Are you doing this because the parents are here now, or? Gabriel wraps his arms around my waist, laying his head on my thigh. Before long, he falls asleep. I don't mind. I know what he's going through. Oh, okay. Girl, be honest. You like him. He likes you. You are not just his nurse. Let's just be clear there. Gabriel starts to snore, and I can't help but smile. You don't have other patients? Ruby asked me. I actually work at another hospital. I'm not here as a nurse, but I'm here for Giovanna. Gabriel asked me to be here, so I explained, confused about why the women in his life see me as a threat. I'm here for that little girl and to offer more support to her father. Of course you are, girl. His arms are around you, your waist, and his head is on your lap. But I mean, okay. Look, I'm about to go over my time, so I will hop off. But I do like how they're mixing everything in and overlapping it, because I thought it was just gonna be like another, you know what I mean, like another Gabriel chapter, but it's like it's showing the progression of her relationship with Gabriel. I want to finish it. Goodness. I want to finish this. This is really a good book. The fact that I don't want to put it down, I don't want to go to sleep, I don't want to do things that I need to be doing, tells me that this is a really good book. So I'm going to force myself to get up and go to bed because it's late. I will see y'all tomorrow or the next day. I will see y'all very soon. We stopped at page 84. All right. See y'all later. Mwah.